Okay, so we're working on 2.18, and this is kind of our last instructional lesson. The next lesson is a little bit more you guys, the student-centered, where you guys are going to make some decisions based on what we've done. No problem. So at this point, remember we have so, we have ka, and we have toa. Those are our three trigonomic ratios that we've used throughout the last 2 weeks here. But it says application of cosine. So we're going to use that ka ratio throughout. So cosine x is equal to adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse side. So our instructions, like always, are to show all your work to guarantee full marks. Since we have unknowns, we're going to have a let x be statement. We're going to write a concluding statement with a therefore. We round off our cosine answers to 4 decimal places. We round off our length to 1 and our degrees to the nearest full degree. Okay, so those are all very important as we go through. So the first thing I need you to do is write that ka at the top. We know we're going to use it. It says the 30.5 fire truck ladder is placed at a 77-degree angle with the ground. So we have this ladder we can see here, and this angle here is 77 degrees. And it says, how far is the bottom of the ladder to the base of the building? So that's this distance here, or E to F. And since we're finding that out, we're going to give it that term x. So like always, we're going to let x be the distance of ladder to the building. Okay, so we've done our let x be statement. Now our job is to put in that cos x is equal to the adjacent side over the hypotenuse side. And from here, we can begin putting in some of the data. So we know cos x is going to be cos 77 because that is the angle. E to F is the angle beside, or the side beside the angle. So that's the adjacent. We know that's going to be x. And the hypotenuse here is 30.5 meters. Now we want x by itself. So to do so, we have to multiply 30.5 by cos 77. But first we want to figure out what cos 77 is. Does someone mind writing in the chat what cos 77 would be equal to? Okay, so 0.2249. In this case, you can either put that or 0.2250. Either one works. We'll stick with what you guys said. So 0.2249 multiplied by 30.5 is going to give us the answer to x. And in this case, x would be equal to 6.86, so it's actually going to be rounded to 6.9 meters long. So therefore, the distance of the ladder is 6.9 meters. Oh, distance of the ladder, sorry, from the building. Okay. Hopefully you can read some of that. I'll give you a chance to get that down, okay? It was 6.86, so we rounded to 6.9. Okay, guys, just so we're familiar with that. Okay, so our next question we're going to deal with says a 45.2 meter long guy wire. So that's just a wire, guys, that attaches to like a telephone pole or a hydro tower. So a long guy wire supports a communications tower. The base of the guy wire is anchored at a point 38 meters from the base of the tower. What angle does the guy wire form with the ground? So if we think about this, this is the communication tower, just so you're aware. And then this is the ground. This is the guy wire. And then this is the angle in which the guy wire forms with the ground. So we know that this is our hypotenuse. We know this is our adjacent because we have this. And we're going to put X into our angle spot. Once again, we know we use ka, and we're going to let X be the angle formed from the guy wire and ground. Okay. And we can begin putting the puzzle pieces together. So it'd be cos X equals adjacent over hypotenuse. We know cos X is actually going to stay because we have the unknown of the angle, and our adjacent being 38 and 45.2 being our hypotenuse. If I divide both of those numbers, what do I get? Does someone want to write in the chat there? Remember, we keep it to 4 decimal places. Someone want to divide those two numbers? Awesome. I got the exact same thing. So cos X is equal to 0.8407. And we remember that when we're left with this and we want to find the answer, we have to do the cos -1. So it would be 0.8407 cos -1 because we brought it over to the other side. And when we do that, we use that second function button on our calculator. And we should get the answer, closest degree, it's 32.78, which will be 33 degrees. Therefore, the angle formed is 33 degrees. Okay, so give you a second to get that down.